Mister, how do you operate this Twitter thing or this Instagram thing or whatever the heck? You're supposed to know all this stuff. Anyway, welcome back to the show.
This Saturday, 2 p.m. Eastern, we got a big one in men's college basketball. A top 10 matchup featuring the 8th-ranked Iowa State Cyclones and the 5th-ranked Houston Cougars. From Fertitta Pavilion in Houston, Texas, yours truly will have the call beginning at 1:30 with the SeatGeek pregame show. Presented by SeatGeek, where fans can fan. Speaking of men's college basketball, it's getting very interesting.
That it is.
When you got teams like Iowa State and Houston, 8 versus 5 in Houston, I tell you, that may be a high scoring. That's a sleeper kind of game, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. And, speaking of that,
Mm-hmm.
they actually have some of the projected brackets already out.
Really?
Yeah, and I'm talking full blown.
Where do I find those? Tell me.
I got one coming to you right about now.
Ooh, send me toys.
There's a toy.
Gotta see it. Holy cow.
That too. Like I said, they've already got the projected.
So they have the top overall seed being Auburn, the first team out being VCU, and we'll see them. I think I got them coming up. Yeah, VCU. Oh, that's in women's ball. Got them coming up on the 26th. The last team in, and this will make Jay happy, Wake Forest.
Yep. The last four buys going to Texas, West Virginia, BYU, and Vanderbilt. The first four out, VCU, Georgia, SMU, and North Carolina.
I'm not surprised at.
And after that, the next four, Indiana, Xavier, Kansas State, and UC Irvine.
Last four in, San Diego State, Oklahoma, Arkansas, a couple of Southwest Conference rivals, and as mentioned, Wake Forest.
Yep.
And BYU is hot right now.
Yeah. The way they've got it broken down is 13 SEC, 10 Big 10, 8 Big 12, 4 Big East, 4 ACC, 3 Mountain West, and 2 WCC.
Mm-hmm.
And these brackets are absolutely insane to look at.
Okay, let's look at the first four by their projection. You got, oh God, I can't say it.
What?
Omaha, University of Omaha, and Southeast Missouri State. Ooh.
As a play-in for the 16.
As a play-in.
To get Auburn.
Yikes.
And this is in the South region, everybody, just so you know. We're starting in the South with all that. Yeah.
Then a pair of 12s with Arkansas playing Wake Forest. The winner of that game, where'd he go?
The winner of that game's Maryland.
Yep, winner gets Maryland.
Now, also, mind you guys, these are also local sites. So you got Lexington. For the South bracket, you got Lexington, Seattle, Milwaukee hosting. And for the Midwest, they've also got Lexington, but they've got 2 in Providence and 1 in Wichita.
Mm-hmm.
The West will see the local side of things going Raleigh, Denver, Cleveland, and Wichita. The East will see Raleigh, Seattle, Denver, and Cleveland.
But it's Cleveland. Finally, some winning basketball in Cleveland when March gets here.
Pretty much.
Bad joke. I know. Bad joke.
But
the next set of 16s, Southern University and American University.
Yep.
And the winner of that, oh, Lord.
The winner of that game gets
Duke.
In Raleigh.
In North Carolina. Yow.
And then the next set, which would be the 11s, is San Diego State and Oklahoma. And the winner of that gets UCLA.
These are sacrificial games.
Yeah, they are.
They
really are.
I get rid of them, please. Take it back down to 64 teams. If you're not good enough to get in, you're not good enough to get in.
I mean, as it is, we all know where most of these games are going to go anyway.
Yep. Bus time, says Victor, who's checking in from Chicago. Hey, Victor, did you catch the first part of what we did today? I'm hoping he did.
I mean, I'm looking at some of these other matchups. Nothing is really stepping out to me right now as possibly upset central.
Oh, there's one to me.
I just saw one on the East.
I see one in the West.
All right, who you got?
BYU, Memphis.
Ooh, I could see that. I was also looking, UConn currently is slated as an 8, and they get Ohio State.
They'll drill Ohio State. Ohio State ain't built for the Final Four.
The only other one I could see is the other 7-10 that is in the East, Louisville, West Virginia.
Oh, West Virginia could beat Louisville easily. West Virginia can take out Louisville.
Other than that, I don't know, to be honest.
No, these are set up to be buzzsaw games. You know what? I'm going to go way out on a limb.
Okay.
Way out on a limb. Texas A&M and Montana, the way they got it set up right now.
In the final?
No. In the first round in the West.
Okay. Texas. Ooh, that could get interesting.
Texas A&M, because some reason Big Sky teams scared the absolute daylights out of the regulars.
Yeah.
But I don't see anything else that sticks out. Memphis, BYU, and Texas A&M and Montana, they both stick out. They're both slated in the West region as of right now. Louisville, West Virginia, 7-10 in Cleveland. I can see that one going down to the wire.
The only other one that in the East that I could see being intriguing, just based off the opening.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It depends on if it's Oklahoma or San Diego State that comes in to go after UCLA.
Yeah. I see another one.
What's that?
The Midwest region. Illinois and George Mason.
That's going to be a barn burner.
Illinois and George Mason could come down to the buzzer.
While it wouldn't exactly be considered an upset, we could also see Creighton and Baylor go to the buzzer.
That wouldn't be an upset. Creighton's done it before.
Creighton's the 8, Baylor's the 9.
Mm-hmm. And then Quinnipiac will get in and face Alabama. Ugh.
Well, there's a dog walking and a half.
Wait a minute. Where's the big one at this year? Last year was in Phoenix. This year it's where?
Let me take a look.
Where's the Final Four this year? I keep forgetting. And
Lucas Oil, it looks like.
What?
Hang on a second. Final Four sites. No, it's in San Antonio, the Alamo Dome.
Oh, there. Okay, we're in the Alamo.
Yes. They've already announced all the way to 2031, dude.
Ooh.
Okay.
Ooh.
2026.
Hey, Bill, can you score me a couple? No, I'm kidding.
Okay. 2026 is going to be in Lucas.
Mm-hmm.
2027, Ford Field.
Detroit. And they've already had one at Ford Field. Okay. 28.
Vegas.
Death Star.
Yep. 20, here's one for you. 2029, they go back to Lucas. 2030, Jerry World.
They're going back to North Texas?
2030.
And 31?
They're going to the Benz in Atlanta.
Oh! 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 And they've yet to host one because the one that was planned for 20 was wiped out by COVID.
Exactly. Now, dealing with the prelim round sites, the first four are going to be played in Dayton, Ohio at the UD.
That's locked in. Yep.
First and second rounds are Denver over at Ball Arena, Providence, Rhode Island at the Mutual Pavilion. Lexington, they're playing at the Rupp. Wichita, Kansas in the Intrust Bank Arena. Cleveland, Ohio at the Fieldhouse.
Yep.
Milwaukee at the Pfizer Forum, which is going to be from Marquette.
Yeah.
Lenvo Center in Raleigh, North Carolina, and Seattle, Washington has the Climate Pledge Arena.
Bring back the Supersonics. Bring back the Supersonics. I'm sorry. I'm not over that yet.
They've already unveiled also where the regionals are going to be in 26 through.
Where are the regionals going to be in 26?
Toyota Center, Houston.
Mm-hmm.
The SAP in San Jose.
That's the West.
Capital One in DC.
That's the East.
And the Midwest is playing in the house that Jordan built, the UC.
United Center. Ooh. Honey, we're doing a road trip.
Like I said, they've also got, they've unleashed 27 and 28 as well for the regionals.
Okay, where are the 27 regionals playing?
The South, Frostbank Center, San Antonio.
That means me and Bill Schoenig are going to have a discussion.
The West, Crypto.com, also known as the house that Kobe built.
House that Kobe built.
Midwest.
Some winning basketball. Finally, some winning basketball will be back at Staples Center.
Midwest, the T-Mobile Center in KC.
I can see that.
And in the East, the biggest house of them all, the Garden.
MSG. Love it.
And for 28, the East is going back to Raleigh.
Mm-hmm.
The Midwest is going to Little Caesars in Detroit.
Oh wait, in 28? Did you say the East is going back to Raleigh?
The East is going to Raleigh for the final.
So East Regional is going to Raleigh.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Midwest is Little Caesars in Detroit.
Mm-hmm.
The South is the AAC in Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
And the West, hey, Curry, you're going to need to give up your locker for a while.
Chase.
It's going to the Chase.
It's going to Chase. Okay. All right, so this year they're going to Texas. They're going to the Alamo. They're going to Texas.
Yep.
Final Four is going to San Antonio. All right. Early Final Four prediction. Where did it go? Early Final Four predictions. Now, this is early. Way the blank early.
I don't see all 4 1 seeds advancing. Because they did change.
I don't see none of the 4 seeds. I don't see none of the 1 seeds advancing. Because
I'm going to say this now. Florida has a rougher road to advance than the other 3.
And I see Florida getting drilled by either Oregon or New Mexico.
Duke has a semi-easy, but UConn is going to end up being, I think, their biggest problem.
UConn will knock them out. UConn will knock out Duke.
I would love to see a UConn. I'd love to see a UConn Tennessee final Elite 8 matchup.
Remember, folks, these are early. This is February. We ain't in the middle of March. And yes, we will be covering both the men's and the women's tournament. So, Shane, I'm yanking you in studio.
As long as I don't have anything going on that day.
I know it gives. Okay.
Dealing with the South.
Mm-hmm.
St. Mary's at a 2 seed. I could see them. No, excuse me. St. Mary's at a 7. Iowa State sitting at the 2 seed. I could see Iowa State having an easier run than the 1 seed with Auburn.
Let me give you my 4 as they stand right now.
Okay.
The South will bring the Cyclones. The Midwest. Oh.
You know what? I'm going to go out on a limb.
I'm going out on a big limb. The West will bring the Fighting Illini. Chief Illini Wick returns.
I was actually thinking more Kentucky, to be honest.
Nah. I ain't trusting Kentucky. Not after the way John Calipari ruined that program.
For the South, for me, you know what? I'm going to say St. John's comes out of the South.
I could add a 4 seed. I can see that. I could never, but I got Iowa State. My money's on the Cyclones.
Yeah, I could see that.
Oh, matter of fact, you know what? Let me change my Midwest pick. Out of the South comes Iowa State. Out of the Midwest, if not Illinois, then Houston.
Houston gets Cleveland State and then would get the winner of Mississippi State, Nebraska.
Mm-hmm.
That's an easy road for them.
The East will see UConn. And I don't know who the hell's going to. Yes, I do. The West will see Oregon.
So you got Oregon taking down New Mexico and more than likely Florida State. Or Florida.
Yep.
All right, I'm going to throw a little bit of a shock value at you on this one.
Mm-hmm.
The only way Oregon doesn't make it to the Final Four
is if they play.
Is if, quite frankly, they end up playing Purdue.
I ain't trusting Purdue. After what happened last year, I'm not trusting Purdue. What are you guys' early picks? Put them in the chat and follow along with us. You got any ideas for us to discuss on air? Drop an email to snowmaninthemorning@gmail.com. That's snowmaninthemorning